Hey, Darwin.
I could see y'all just fine a little while ago and y'all turned me off. I can hear you, but I can't see you now.
Okay. Chris, do you hear that? They can't see us. They were turned off a little bit ago.
I don't need to see it, it's fine.
He's all dressed up.
Possible to drop the camera for
Good morning.
if the
Thank you.
connection is a little slow.
We're looking into it, Darwin.
It's no big deal.
There you are.
There you go.
I can see Pat Waters now.
Well, there you go. That's all you need.
I drove the Sprite.
I see Smith, the back of Smith's head.
It's better than the front, so I'm doing you a favor.
That's funny.
How are you?
Sorry I'm having to call in. I gotta go to a funeral in a little while.
I'm sorry.
It's just a fall
Been
in.
watching my
Right.
2-year-old niece for the last week.
Smith, did you know Larry
I've had
Flynn?
a 2-year-old for a while.
Yes.
Quick reminder of what that
You
was
see the
like.
pass?
She goes back today.
Yeah, that's the
We sleep
funeral I'm
tomorrow.
going to. He contracted aggressive cancer and died 2 days ago.
Oh my God.
Tom, Joe, come and inspect you.
Thank you for letting me know, John.
Who's
Thanks
this?
for being here.
This wasn't a minister, was it?
No, I remember.
See a caller up there. Who is that? Deb, Will?
This is Will.
Great, Will.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Getting ready to get my guns all taken, I understand.
You getting ready to get them all taken?
They're, I think they're gonna come around and inventory everybody's guns.
We're streaming, guys. Just so you know.
That's a good thing. Whatever they're gonna do, I agree with. Unverified caller.
Deb, is that you?
Yeah, it
Great.
is.
Great. All right. Think we have everybody? Well, the meeting will now come to order. First item on is the agenda. If there, you got it in front of you. If there are no additions or corrections and there's no objection, we'll accept the agenda as provided. Previous minutes you were sent earlier. If there is no changes, corrections, or updates to the minutes, and there are no objections, they'll stand approved as presented. Seeing none. Executive Director's report. Chris?
Yes, sir. Thank you for the time and for being here today. There's a lot of great updates to share, and I'll do it pretty quickly. First, as you saw in your division reports, our team has been working hard on the new exhibition that will take over where All Who Served was, and so the men will always be here, always be there. Steichen and Naval Photographic Unit will open on Labor Day weekend and feature 46 photographs from the Steichen Naval Photographic Unit. Ed Steichen is considered a pioneer of fashion photography and served in the Navy during World War II, directing the photographic unit. He filmed the documentary we all know so well, The Fighting Lady, while aboard the Yorktown. In addition to the photos on display in the exhibition, we'll also screen that documentary again in between where the Carrier Will Lead signature film is, and in between that we'll show The Fighting Lady again every day in the theater. And of course, this exhibition is included in the price of normal admission there. And as that opens, we'll see the closure of the Congressional Medal of Honor Museum's Recipients Museum on September 12th. We know very well about the revitalization effort and the project to redo that museum. And so on the 12th of September, the museum will close to the public and work will begin. The Medal of Honor Society and the Medal of Honor Education and Leadership Center will host a joint press conference and ceremony on the 14th. It looks like some of those specifics are being worked out. They have a working group with us, so we're doing it all together. But it looks like that press conference could be around 1:30, so we can talk more about this. I'll make sure the board has all the information about it, and so we can plan around that. But it'll be very similar to when they announced the actual project and the donation. And there'll be a reception to follow in the fantail. Katie provided everybody here today with a shipwide events list for the next couple months, taking us through the end of the year. Thanks, Katie, for doing that. And she can also send it out so anybody that's not here today can have a digital copy of it. But in just a few weeks, we will host the 9/11 Silent Walk. So on September 11th, thanks to Tion Griffith and the Silent Walk Commission with local fire departments, they will walk from downtown Charleston over the Ravenel Bridge and conclude on the flight deck of the Yorktown, and then we'll have a ceremony thereafter like we've done for the past few years. It's a really great ceremony, bringing a lot of different organizations together. On the 15th, we will host the next Nuclear Power Training Command graduation. So that's always a really big day with a lot of different pieces of Patriots Point coming together to host the Navy. On the 16th, we're excited to host Mount Pleasant's VFW Post 10624. You guys may know them best for the Pearl Harbor ceremony that they do every year on December 7th. Their President Bill King is bringing 8 former POWs here to tour the Yorktown. So we will host them and roll out the red carpet and make sure that they really enjoy their day and walk away honored like they deserve to be. We will host Library Day again on September 16th. This is the second year that we're doing this. We used to give tickets to the library, and if a reader read so many pages, they got awarded by getting a ticket. And we worked together last year to do a whole day, so where we have story time and we have different vendors, and our education team is there. This year it grows even more. We got a local naval contractor that used to be SPAWAR. They're going to come out and bring a mobile air traffic control center in their STEM team to work with our education team and the library. And so it's a good partnership that I think that can grow. So it shows how we can kind of get in the community with some of these events and make them bigger every year. As always, if you have any questions on these events, let Allison or me know, or anybody on staff. We'll get it to you. The other big ones coming up are the Post and Courier Day on October 1st. So subscribers come here. It's a good way for us to get out, spread a message about what we're doing. And the Yorktown Association reunion, we always say the ship stands a little straighter when the crew's back on board. That's October 5th. And then to end my report today, I have the honor of honoring and thanking 2 of our volunteers. And so if I can have Tom Simons and Frank Shorters join me over here. Let's get in front of the camera here so that they can see it. So our volunteers do so much for us all throughout the year, and from time to time we stop and honor them. A lot of times it's on a volunteer cruise where people can't see it, so I thought it would be a good idea because we got 2 different achievements here. Tom, I think most people know Tom Simons. He was a Navy commander after 30 years. He retired, and he's been working with Patriots Point for a while. He was a flight academy instructor. You sat on the volunteer Yorktown Foundation steering committee for Operation Restoration, which helped raise $300,000 for the planes. So thank you for that. He also served as a volunteer for us and helps us with his naval knowledge develop our guided tours that we offer now. So it used to be, the guided tours were a group sales type of thing, and our education department did it, and a lot of coordination there. But then we opened it up to the general public and created, after several attempts of doing a guided tour, we created the Captain's Tour, and Tom was a huge help with that, both Toms, Tom Ford and Tom Simons. But not only did they help us develop it, Tom Simons gives that tour almost every single day. So if he's not volunteering for Patriots Point at the desk, he's working for Bulldog Tours and supporting our Yorktown Foundation through giving these guided tours. And so if you remember, it was recently, 2.5 years ago, we launched these tours, and Tom has given 500 of them. So he just completed his 500 tour, and if you think about it, that's 750 hours of time, or 32 days of his life he's given tours for Patriots Point to raise money for the Yorktown Foundation. So Tom, thank you. And Frank Shorter here, he's been walking a lot on the ship too and giving hours of time, but in a different way. He's also a veteran serving the U.S. Navy Reserves as a boiler tech on destroyers from '69 through 1975. And Frank, when he walks the ship, he noticed that we have all these fire racks on the ships, and they're all empty, where you would wind the hoses. And so he went through Gina, he went through Mike and Meredith to get permission to go and try to procure or get people to donate these fire hoses, and was very, very successful. I think beyond what any of us imagined he would do. He would give us updates, and it was 10 hoses here, 20 hoses there, and then I think I blinked and we were up to 80 hoses. And these aren't little hoses like at your Walmart, green ones. These are big, heavy-duty hoses. And so I'm proud to say 82 is the last number you've given me.
82, and that'll change soon.
Okay, so 82, and he's personally grabbing these hoses from the local fire departments, bringing them on board the ship, and then putting them on himself. And so you can often see him just dripping in sweat, putting these hoses on. But it's made such a difference. So, we like to do our field trips, and it's a shorter board meeting. But if you go down and look for the fire hose racks, you can't miss them. There's kids immediately coming to them like ants on a hot dog, looking at these fire hoses, and it makes a big difference on how we tell the story here at Patriots Point. So thank you, Frank and Tom, for everything you've done.
Tom, Frank, thanks so much for everything you're doing to help tell our story.
Yes,
We
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, that's all that I have for the executive report today. Thank you.
Any questions of Chris? Hearing none. Is there any public comments? Seeing none, Chair will entertain a motion to move into executive session for matters pertaining to legal and contractual matters.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. We'll move and we'll take about a 5-minute break, and we'll move into executive session. Are we up or is Chris doing?
Pardon?
Are we streaming?
I'm not sure.
I assume Chris was streaming?
Yes, sir.
You could do anything on the financials, or okay, I just,
No, I don't. I mean, everybody's got it. So.
yeah, it's all here. It's great.
I don't have any other business. Is there anything to come before the board that we haven't already discussed? By the way, we're out of executive session. There were no votes taken in executive session. Our next board meeting is September 15th, 2023. And if there is nothing else, we will stand adjourned. Thank you very much for coming today. Maybe one of the sort of
Thank you
meetings
guys,
we've
I'll
ever
see you
had.
later, this storm.
Thanks, Darwin.
Thanks, Darwin.
Zeb, if
See y'all
you'll,
later.
all right, see you. Zeb, if you'll hang, we'll jump